What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's a Saturday night, but I'm here looking at the charts. So I want to share my thoughts with you guys. We just opened up the month. We've really generally just been chopping around a pretty tight range here. We did have FOMC last week, last Wednesday. That pushed price slightly down after it made its move over here and then reversed up off that move. So now we're pretty much right back at the highs that we've been resisting a few different times. I'm inclined to believe that the more times the level's tested, the more it's likely to break. And we're seeing this 80K level being front ran a little bit, shorts piling up before that level tests and breaks. We are also trading within this 1 day level of supply here. We've resisted this level prior 2 times, one time actually breaching through, before pushing our last higher low up into that actual supply zone, and we've broken through and flipped it. We have some flat candle 1 day lows in my level of confluence, slightly below. We have CPI coming up midway through May, so that could potentially move price. We have economic events and all that happening around that can move markets intraday daily. So we want to always keep that into effect. We have to see where price is moving on the macro, and that's what matters. Everything else is irrelevant. Intraday, you could always get an entry, that's cool, but first things first, macro. We have these flat candle lows on the 1 day. We have stop losses sitting below that 47.8 low paint that we had after FOMC. And we have very, very tight stops right above our current highs. I tended to believe that these highs are going to get taken out, but from where? I do have some limits posted up into the middle end over here for a slight drop and a retest into the mid 76s, but I'm inclined to believe that we could also hold the middle end of this 77K region. I am getting confluence to believe so. We would have that higher low hold, meaning that we would hold the stop losses I just designated on the 1 day, and that would hold structure for a potential higher low push into that 80K region. Remember, liquidity matters. It will fuel the next move. We have an R-side divergence on the 4 hour as well, so maybe we get this pullback here and a potential hold into the next week. Also, too, I wanted to bring up on the monthly, we just opened up. So there's a chance that we retest the top end, take out this flat candle open before pushing higher. So maybe that limit fills. Maybe we just sweep the flat candle low. Maybe we retest a little bit and hold that flat candle for a push back up. We just opened up the month, so it's important to realize that any tight bids are aggressive. They are aggressive because you're assuming that the low is in relatively soon. That's one thing that I'm paying attention to. It's very important to pay attention to liquidity, and that's what we like to do here. So that's pretty much my assumption on BTC from this standpoint. I'm inclined to believe that if we push up into that 80K region, that this 88 region is going to be a problem. This 83K region can act as a deviation play, so we could push up into that, deviate right back into it, and then potentially push up into this confluence level if we want to do this first before pushing to this level. Or we could lose this level altogether and start to retrace back down to the low. So there's a few scenarios here, guys. We could obviously push up towards that 88K region as well, which if we do accept above 80K and we start to push aggressively above 83K, maybe even retest 80K after that and hold something like this, maybe we push up to the 88K region, which would push up heavily into this last range that we were trading in before this extension early February. So that's my analysis on BTC, guys. Ethereum, I want to take a quick look at here. Pretty much just clear up the chart a little bit as well. No need for too much things here. Unlike BTC, we actually pushed up out of the 1 day level of supply that we are trading around currently. What I mean by that is that price pushed up out the top end of this 1 day level of supply where it previously actually pushed up fully into, and it closed above it, but it's looking to accept below it. It is printing a sort of flag pattern here. So if it wants to compress a little bit longer, there's a chance that this can just move up out. And if it goes in line with my BTC confluence, this could potentially be a good entry. I was actually looking at that 2275 region. So that is something that's on my radar. Nothing I'm willing to put a limit for just yet. I do think that, again, the monthly just opened, and if we do get an opportunity at the 2140 region into that 2120 region, I like that a lot better. So that's more convicted, but these are two scenarios that I have my eyes on. I was shorting 2400, 2380. I was looking for a pop-up to 2380 to short as well, so that's something on my radar too. If we do want to pop up towards these lick zones, I'm pretty much scalping for now. I want to get a good entry on extremes, and these are levels that I'm looking at. Just to tie in my other confluences, obviously I'm going to look at my indicator. That would slide down below a one-day level there. I like that as confluence with that deviation play. I mean, the weekly doesn't look too bad if we do get that retest as well down to that 2150 region. I like that a lot. We are looking to close the 1 week as well. So if we do want to close tight, I can see the 1 week open potentially retesting the low end of its wick and sweeping it, which would take us down to the 2175 region. So we'll see what happens soon. If nothing drastic, I am going to be looking for tight limits. That's pretty much all I'm looking for. Alts had really good moves as of recent, so I don't want to shy away from that. And some coins on my radar, Zcash, Tau. I think Zcash is looking to accept above a pretty good level. I like 256, but I also want to see what it does here at this 275 zone. It is rejecting this level here. If it wants to pop up into the 400 region, I think that would be a good short area of interest. So I'm looking for either or scenario here for a scalp. I know at the time of this video release, you probably won't see what happens with this exact outcome. And depending on BTC is really what depends on alts. If you were in position, even coins like Tau had a fantastic move up here. Fantastic. If you were in position for moves like this, you don't want to ape into them. Look for acceptance above or reasons for rejections. Like on Zcash, where we're seeing a bearish divergence. Here on Tau, you know, we just kind of broke out of a range we were trading in. So you want to see what happens here. If we accept this 289 region, I think this can move pretty quick. It's known to move pretty quick, and I don't want to assume a rejection right away in a full retrace, so not going to be shorting Tau here. Hype, obviously, you always want to keep a lookout. We're holding this level here, have been holding it for quite some time. We have this resistance here at 4360. We have liquidity above at 4240, and we have liquidity below at 3880. Liquidity matters. One side's going to get tested, and we're at a region where you could make a decent risk to return intraday. Again, you guys are not going to be seeing this video to make plays like this, but it's still relevant. And if price were to chop around very tight here the next couple of days, then you can for sure target one of these levels of liquidity. So I'm going to be keeping my attention onto this as well. We have this one-day level of demand for hype that I really like down below here at 3680. I like that region a lot, but we are printing that bull flag that I was talking about on ETH as well. So you don't want to stray away from things like this when the market kind of looks all right. That's pretty much all I want to look at with you guys. Not going to look at any indexes. I'm going to do that with DB on Monday. Appreciate you guys for stopping by. I'm going to leave all my links in the description down below. If you want to trade with me and get access to my indicator now, make sure to get into WoodsBot and request for indicator access. There's instructions for all that. I'll see you guys in the next.